Hey guys, welcome back to Coffee Talk. Grab your coffee. Join us for our talk today. We're not in Kansas anymore. If you've watched us for a while, we're Keith and Terri. We talk all things retirement. We film our retirement travels, all of that. And we are in a different place today. If you normally watch us, we're not in our kitchen. We're actually at our son and daughter-in-law's house in Florida. We're here for a week dog sitting our granddogs.
Yes.
So we'll put some pictures in there for you to see. Keith has coffee from Wawa, and I have a frozen cappuccino from Wawa. Wawa is a really big thing down here, so we're going to do a video on that too.
Yeah, that's coming up. Tell us what you think of the wave behind us.
Today, we're going to talk about some ways to save money at the grocery store. It just seems like, especially lately, every time you go grocery shopping, it costs more and more, and you get less and less.
Yes.
So we're just going to talk about some ways that you can save a little at the grocery store.
Number one, and a big one as far as we're concerned, is that many people are missing out on the senior discounts.
And most stores, not all, but most grocery stores offer a day where they give seniors a discount. Now, you do have to sign up for it. We had to go and online, or you can go to the customer service desk. If you don't know how to sign up, tell them you want to sign up for the senior discount, and they'll tell you everything that you need to know. Where we shop, we save 5% if we shop on Tuesday, and that's with our senior discount. And so we save anywhere from $8 to $10 every single week, which is significant, we think.
Yes, a big savings.
Another mistake sometimes that people make when they're grocery shopping is you go without a plan. And when you go without a plan and you go hungry, you want to buy everything they have on the shelf. So you should always make out a menu. We shop once a week, so we make out a weekly menu. We look at our calendar to see what we have going on that week, and so that we can plan our meals around that, and then go with that plan. From your menu, make out a grocery list, go through your cupboards to see what you need to make that. And so that is a great way to save, because if you don't, like we said, you go in there and that looks good, that looks good, that looks good. And before you know it, you spent way more than you intended to.
Yeah, there's been a few times when Terry's been sick and I've gone in and done the grocery shopping and walk by. The first thing you see is the donuts and stuff, the freshly baked donuts that smell so good. And I thought, that don't look too bad. It's only a dozen for like $3.99. I might, let's splurge a little bit. And next thing you know, I've gotten 3 or 4 different things, and you end up spending like $30 extra.
Yeah, so it's so easy to do. So always go with a plan. And that grocery list is your plan, whether you make out a grocery list on paper or you put it in your phone. It's probably better to put it in your phone, because I have been in the grocery and lost my list, and you would think I had lost my mind. I didn't know what I was doing or where I was going. Another thing that you can do is try not to buy out of season produce.
Yes.
You're going to spend so much more. And if you want, say, strawberries, and they're not in season, you can buy frozen strawberries, which is the next best thing to fresh. If you need it for a recipe or something that you're doing, frozen fruit is a good option if you are wanting a fruit that is not in season. That works the same way with vegetables. Vegetables have a season, and if they are out of season, you may pay way more than you want to pay. So you can buy frozen, which is the next best thing. Personally, we don't like canned vegetables. To me, they just don't taste as good as frozen. Frozen is more expensive, but it is a better quality product, we feel. Another mistake that people sometimes make when grocery shopping is you go to Sam's or Costco's and you way overbuy on the bulk items. And then you end up throwing half of it away because it goes stale before you use it. We go to Sam's every now and then and we buy things like toilet paper and paper towels and stuff like that doesn't have a
expiration date.
Yeah, that doesn't have an expiration date. So you can just have it on the shelf and you don't have to worry about using it in a specific time.
Rarely do we buy like foods and stuff that expires pretty quickly.
There's some things that we do get that we know we use a lot of, but otherwise you just end up spending way more than you need to and wasting food, which nobody wants to waste food this day and age.
And then another mistake that we sometimes do, or some people do, is they stick to the middle aisles.
The middle aisles are your processed foods that aren't fresh and they're way expensive. So if you stick to the outer aisles, that's where your fresh produce, your meats, your milk, your cheese, your butter, all of that is in the outside. So if you make a lot of trips up and down those center aisles, you'll probably spend more than you want to, and it's not high quality food like it is on the outer aisle.
Then another way that you can save money and that people make mistakes sometimes doing is buying non-food products at the supermarket.
If you buy cleaners and different things that have nothing to do with food, you will probably pay more at the grocery because that's not their primary thing that they sell, and there will be a bigger markup on those things. So what we do is every month or two, we'll go to Walmart and we'll get those things that cost more at the grocery to get. So that might be something you can do.
We get our vitamins and stuff like that at Walmart.
Another way that you can be sure and save money at the grocery store is use their apps. We have the app of the grocery where we shop every week. I go through what is on sale. I clip their digital coupons. And so that when we go grocery shop, you scan your card, all your coupons are on there, and you can even make your grocery list on there as well. So that's something that you want to utilize, because if you don't, you pay full price for these things. And every week, grocery stores have what they call sales leaders. And these items, typically grocery stores lose money on. But they put these items on sale to get you in the door. And then once you're in the door, they know you're not just going to get that.
Yeah, they're not dumb. They're not dumb at all.
You're going to buy other stuff. So they do that to get you in the door. So it's important that you pick up these sales leader items when they come on sale. And what we do is we stock up on things. If it's something that we use a lot, when it comes on sale, we stock up. What you'll find is you may spend more up front that particular week, but then you have those things in your pantry that you use all the time. And so when you go to use them, you've actually saved money because you bought them when they were on sale.
It's so cool to, when the cashier gets done, putting everything in, you see the initial cost, say is $225 for the groceries, and then she starts taking off the foods that was in the apps and the coupons, and then you get down to the senior discount, say $10, whatever. It goes from $225 to say $175. It's like, wow, that is a big savings, and then kind of makes the sting not as bad, I guess.
It's still a sting.
It's still a big sting. It hurts the wallet.
But we have to eat, right?
Yep.
Another thing that people often do is you're too loyal to major brands like Tide for your washing, or just the major brands. I have bought generic for years, and most of the stuff, not everything, but most of the stuff is exactly the same as the name brand product, and you're not paying nearly as much. So experiment around and see. Even peanut butter. I buy the Kroger brand peanut butter, and everybody says, "Oh, if it's not Jif, I don't want it." To me, it tastes the very same. Yeah. So just experiment around, and you might find you save a lot of money using the generic or the store brand.
Sometimes you're paying half price from just using the generic brand.
Another way that you can save money at the grocery is use a cashback card, credit card. Now, if you are not good with money and you're not good at paying your credit card off, don't do that.
No.
But we are both very disciplined as far as our money spending. And most every purchase that we make, we use a cashback card. And last year alone, we got over $800 of cash back right into our checking account because we put everything on this card, and then every now and then we can have them put that cash back into our checking account. And so it's like a no-brainer, except the companies have kind of thrown a wrench in things here recently as they want to charge for you to use a credit card. So you kind of have to weigh that out. But we have saved a lot of money by using that cashback card. But like I said, if you are not good at paying your credit cards off, don't do that.
Because that interest rate on that credit card is crazy.
It will kill you for sure. Yeah. Another thing you might want to do to save some money is look on the back of your grocery store receipt. Most people say, "Oh, I don't want that receipt." They don't even take it. But on the back of those grocery store receipts, there's all kinds of coupons. We recently had a Zaxby's move into our area. They had a buy one, get one chicken sandwich on there. I mean, that's big.
Yeah.
If you can buy one sandwich and get one free. So check out the things on the back of your grocery list.
It's one of the big ones at the food mart that we go to is it says, if you spend $150, whatever, they'll take $25 off, and that's, we make sure we spend our $150 when we see those.
Yes, that's a special deal that they give to their loyal customers, and we're pretty loyal.
Yeah.
We like to eat. So we just gave you some ways today that you can save money because everybody's looking to do that.
We're always looking to save money.
And we watched Buzz's retirement garage.
Yes.
And he was talking about his T-Mobile bill and how they raised his bill. And you just got to keep on top of everything because companies will just start charging you more and more. We last year changed our internet and our TV service and all of that to Spectrum because DirecTV was pretty much ripping us off.
Yeah, and raising their prices. So every year you got to check and see if you want to change your plans or whatever, because you get in on a 1 or 2 year plan, and once that expires, that's when they jack up the prices, and you got to call and renegotiate basically and say, what can you do for me? We're seniors, we have other options, and once you go to the right person, most of the time they'll give you some kind of a discount plan. And it's really, sometimes it's even a better plan.
So it's a pain to have to do that. But we need to keep on top of these things. And that's the way you save money.
Yep.
If there's something you would like for us to talk about in a coffee talk, let us know in the comments. And we'll see you next time on Retired and Loving It. If you'd like to see more of our videos, click the video that just popped up on your screen.